Welcome back to Taiwan Outlook. Our guest today is Dr.颜建发, and he's the chairperson of the Research and Planning Committee of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Dr. Yan, we've been talking about Taiwan's UN approach this year, but apparently some countries are, reacting very strongly to Taiwan's new approach, especially the United States. How do you see the United States response so far?
I think it is a good thing for U.S. to say something, because if U.S. does not say anything, it will encourage China to take action. So this is a good thing. Of course, we have to speak for ourselves. We cannot concede in this issue.
Yeah.
So I think in the long run, we will see some compromise among these three sides.
Yeah, but of course, the U.S. says some things, but some of the things are hurting Taiwan. For instance, Deputy Secretary of State Nico Ponti said that Taiwan, the Republic of China, at this point is not a sovereign country. It's not a state. How do you see that kind of comments helpful in terms of our relationship with the U.S.?
I think in the international society, even friends contradict among each other. So this is a very normal situation, and so even friends can fight each other. So I do believe that this is a good thing, a very natural thing for friend to friend. So basically, I'm not so worried about this, but I think we may have to take a grand views on this.
Yeah.
I mean, strategic views on Taiwan-U.S. relations. As a matter of fact, if you see the second term of Bush administration, you will see that now U.S. has become more assertive to come back to the Asia.
Yeah.
This is why U.S. signed a 2+2 formula with Japan in February year 2005, because the U.S. has found that China has eaten up a lot of spaces in Southeast Asia, Latin America, and even Africa by procuring more oil and mineral materials there. So the U.S. has seen the rise of China. So U.S. needs a strategic partner in Taiwan. So basically, I think Taiwan-U.S. relations is leading to a very prospective scenario. So I don't worry about these people-to-people fights. I don't.
But the matter of the fact is that the U.S. has said already, from the government, high-ranking government official, that the U.S. opposed Taiwan's UN, membership. How do you respond? The U.S. could have said that they did not support, but they said they opposed Taiwan's UN membership.
Yeah. U.S. can oppose now, but not tomorrow. So I think we still have some room to make efforts.
Yeah.
So we have to convince U.S. Of course, if U.S. need it, U.S. try to have a new interpretation of Taiwan status.
So there are still rooms in the future that the U.S. could change policies.
Of course.
But apparently now is the present moment is more important for many people. And will the U.S. take any actions to pressure Taiwan or to coerce Taiwan to change its course?
I think the worst scenario has gone already, the transit visit. And so I don't think any issues can be pressed by the United States.
Let me give you an example. For instance, our president has said that the U.S. delayed to deliver the so-called F-16C and D fighter planes to Taiwan. Will that be a more serious reaction?
Well, I think it will be a loss of Taiwan, but it is also a loss of the United States if we attack a grander strategic view. So nothing to lose, especially for Taiwan. We have lost a lot. Nothing to lose.
Yeah. So in other words, that Taiwan will be very determined this time that we will push for the UN membership?
Of course, because this is for our own interests, not for United States interest.
Yeah.
So if this is the interest of United States, United States will do same thing.
Yeah.
So we have to let United States to know that we don't need any sympathy. We need respect.
That's right.
This is our rights. This is a matter of our rights.
That's right. But apparently, it's now not a secret. The personal relationship between our president, President Chen and President Bush, didn't get along well. Of course, they don't have chance to talk to each other. What went wrong in the high-ranking context, or context between the high-ranking officials between the two countries?
Actually, we had no real high-level contact. At least our president could not meet U.S. president. So there were no high-level contacts.
Yeah.
But the middle-level contacts are very frequent.
Yeah.
And even in the better scenario, better atmosphere, I think this has been very smooth. And so I think we will keep the track. And I also know that U.S. need Taiwan. So even we have a different opinion on the referendum issue, on the UN issue, but as I know that the U.S. government, one of the U.S. officials said that this is only 2% of the Taiwan-U.S. relations. It means that we remain have 98% of the good things to cooperate with each other.
But the problem is that, if we read the opinion surveys in Taiwan carefully, you can find out that U.S. image in Taiwan seems to be, moving in the very negative position. In other words, people in Taiwan do not have very favorable impressions of Americans in general. Do you think that has to do with the so-called U.S. government's efforts to pressure Taiwan in recent years?
Of course, it is. There is a very direct relevance, but I think the United States will try to readjust its own policy if the United States see that as a kind of symptom between Taiwan and U.S. And I do believe because U.S. and U.S. and Taiwan are highly interdependent. So basically, I don't think the fights or the quarrels will hurt the long-term interest. So basically, the fights is among friends, friend and friend, not a friend to the enemy. So basically, I'm not so pessimistic toward this issue. And also, President Chen or President Bush will resign afterwards. So basically, there will be new momentum for the new relations.
Yeah, but the thing is, at least for the next 2 years or 1.5 years, there are concerns that there could be a possibility for U.S. and China cooperating in co-managing so-called the Taiwan Strait issue. Do you think that's a possibility?
Theoretically speaking, it's impossible because China will be very conservative in this issue. China will see it as a domestic affairs.
Taiwan issue is a domestic affairs.
Yeah. So if this is a domestic issue, why China will co-manage or share with other friends? So it's impossible. If this is possible, then it means that China become more flexible. Then there will be a good thing because the mindset has changed. But now the problem for the world is China is very stubborn. This is the origin of the global problems. So if China can propose a co-management, it means that China will have a flexible and a new mindset. And that probably there will be a good thing for the world or for Taiwan.
Yeah, but it seems to many people that China now is getting smarter. They are taking a back seat and pushing the United States to forefront and use them to pressure Taiwan, to coerce Taiwan. In other words, the best or the most convenient route to go to Taipei is go through Washington and so on. So do you think that U.S. is now pressuring Taiwan on behalf of Beijing?
Okay, I would like to use a pair of concept, that is management ownership. For management, China is very smart, very flexible than before. But for ownership, remain the same. So there will be no compromise, no room to compromise on ownership issue, on sovereignty issue. So now China is just on to confuse the international society that China is a peaceful rise. And U.S. also want to take advantage of this, but in the long run, U.S. knows what its own basic interest. So this is why U.S. sent a letter to the UN about Taiwan status with China.
Yeah.
That Taiwan is not the resolution of 2758 has nothing to do with the Taiwan status. So this is a basic interest. I think U.S. is very smart on this.
But in terms of responses to the rise of China, I think Japan and Taiwan share a lot of common interests, right? And do you see any progress in recent years in terms of Taiwan's relations with Japan?
Yeah, now Taiwan-Japan relations getting better, and we have much progress. But we also have to face the reality that because now China is rising, and China is rising as a global power in economic, social, political dimensions. So Japan needs more cooperation from China. It's also the same as United States. So this is why the international relations become very complicated, because the items for cooperation between China and Japan, or China and the United States, become more.
Yeah.
So they need to engage each other. But on the other hand, Taiwan status also become more important, because U.S. and Japan needs a leverage from Taiwan against China. So this is a very complicated issue.
Are you saying that we are joining this so-called containment, framework against China?
Basically, I would like to use engagement, because we also engage China.
Yeah.
So we have to see the positive and negative side altogether.
That's right.
Yeah.
Coming back to the issue of Taiwan's UN membership, as we said that it must be a long-term strategy for Taiwan. But the most immediate issue is that what if these two referendum bills both failed? And will the Ministry of Foreign Affairs continue to push for UN membership under the name of Taiwan, or under whatever name?
I think we cannot foresee the future, because this politics of election. But I think we actually, this is my personal feeling, that I don't think we have to be so care about the failure or success. I think this is a long-term process that we have to cope with. So, but the most important thing is that we let the international community know what we are thinking about and where are we now. So, as a matter of fact, on this process, at least one China, the myth of one China principle has been broken.
Yeah.
This is our success. So I think we don't need to calculate the outcome. What the most important thing is the process. This is the value and the nature of a democracy.
Yeah. Finally, the president, President Chen has been in office for 7 years, and he will be leaving the office next May. You've been working with the DPP government for quite some time. How do you define the president's legacy in terms of its foreign policies?
I think democracy will be the most important contribution of President Chen to our country, or to the party. And this is also the main value for the Democratic Progressive Party.
Yeah.
And also, of course, with this democracy, President Chen also made Taiwan be seen in the world. In the past, people feel very embarrassing to talk about Taiwan or Taiwanese. But now, Taiwan and Taiwanese become the main value on this island. Right. I think this is a very important achievement in Taiwan.
That's right. And looking to the future, how do you see Taiwan's diplomatic progress, especially under the so-called rise of China?
I think it will be more harsh in the future, but I think it will more challenging, encouraging for our younger generations, because we need more pressure from outside. Yeah. Because this is a wealthy island, so we need more pressure.
That's right.
And now we are coping with a giant. So if we can survive with a big giant, this is our success. And so I think I will see these challenges in the more positive manner. And I hope this challenge will consolidate our internal cohesion and also our moral will and all our national strength.
Yeah, Dr. Tian, thank you for being with us today.
Thank you.
And thank you for watching Taiwan Outlook, and see you next week.